need to tell you a real story. So, my bag's packed. I've been packing for the last few days, and yesterday morning, it was time to go. I had my plane booked, had a taxi booked, ready to leave. Now, the only thing I had to do was sneak off the property. I didn't want my boss to know. So, I didn't want any conflict or anything like that. So, I decided to walk with my heavy bag on my back and my little bag on the front. Now, it's got a little fishing rod sticking out of it, just like an aerial. And it's like dangling right by my eye here. So trying not to poke my eye out with it. So I need to walk through the woods, take a detour around the property to get to the front of it where I've scheduled a taxi to pick me up. Thankfully, the taxi comes. It's now 8:15 in the morning. And so I get in the taxi and he's taking me to the train station to catch a train to go to the airport. So on the way to the train station, I exit through German tradition of the taxi driver farting in the car. So I got gassed while leaving Germany. That's what I like to say. So he's now gassed up the car. I'm wanting to gag. It stinks in there. It's awful. But eventually we get to the train station. Not too long. It was about 8 minutes of traveling. But the price of it was absolutely abominable. Now, I think it cost me €25.60 just to catch this little taxi there. And when he stopped by the traffic lights, the counter was still going up, which I found a little bit ridiculous. Surely it would cost by traveling, but apparently that's normal. Apparently that's what taxis do. So, yeah, €25.60 just to catch a 10-minute taxi to the train station. Get to the train station now, and I'll decide to go up and wait on platform 9 for my train. Train is coming late. That's normal. Except both trains are coming late, and the train before is arriving like 2 minutes before my train arrives, when it was supposed to arrive like 30 minutes earlier. So I mixed up my trains and got on this first train thinking it was my train. And I was like looking around for help, and then this lady came to me and asked me for advice, but she was speaking German and asked me for advice if this was the right train to Düsseldorf. And I was like, this train does go to Düsseldorf, but it's not the airport. So, of course, very slow German I said this in, so yeah, I don't think she understood me properly. But she eventually found someone else to help her, and I was trying to figure out, and I found someone to help me. And I got off the train because it was the wrong train. Thankfully, this lady helped me and spoke English. And then she got off the train a little bit later, just before it left, and was giving me death stares. Looking at me as if it was my fault that she was about to take the wrong train. She just came to the wrong person. I didn't know. So she was death staring me, looking me dead in the eyes, like I've just wronged her in the most awful way. I was feeling so bad. But I did try to apologize and said, look, I didn't understand either. I just was pointing out that the train does go to Düsseldorf, just not the airport. I didn't know you want to go to the airport. So, yeah. So I had her, and then my train came next, and so I got onto that one, and she got on it as well. And so I'm standing there, and she's still giving me the eyes. But on this train, it stinks of pee. Someone's peed on it, or peed their pants or something. So, and I wanted to try and move to the next carriage immediately, but my backpack was getting stuck in the door because it was too narrow. So because I was getting stuck in the door, I had to let other people through and wait till the train gets moving so I could try and squeeze through it. So I'm waiting there, and I just start profusely gagging. Just it was terrible. I finally found the culprit though when I was trying to walk to the other side of the train. There was a drunk guy just passed out sleeping on the chairs. And yeah, I think he had peed himself, or he peed the floor or something. But yeah, he was just sleeping there, alcohol there, and that's where the pee smell was strongest. Eventually I moved to the next carriage and sat in the next carriage, and took my journey of about an hour and a half to Düsseldorf airport. Got off at the airport, and I've got all the videos of capturing that. So, and then I have to take a SkyTrain. Never seen a SkyTrain before. Never even knew that's what they were called. Love the name though. So, I take the SkyTrain to the airport, go to the airport, and now this is where things start to get interesting. I wait for my check-in, check my baggage. Now, I've left Germany without my visa, so I didn't quite know what the process would be. I knew that I'd have issues, like I'd be detained or something like that, because that's what Google says, but it doesn't have too much information on it. So, yeah. So I check my baggage up. I'm like, okay, this problem's not here. So I'm going to go through the security there and pop the control checking for drugs and stuff like that. So I go there and yeah,